energy at. And before I get started, I'm going to check out the new merch. Yes, I'm making jewelry. Now, this is Shungite, good for the EMF rays. This is raw rose quartz, good for the heart. Of course, I got the unk, which represents life, with the purple amethyst, good for the crown chakra, and the tiger's eye, that helps also balance the masculine and feminine energy. And on the back of my Shungite, I got African jasper, that helps with stress and depression. And also you, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Check out the website, namastethug.com. You can schedule your sessions. You can even have a free 15 to 30-minute consultation to understand, to see if my coaching is right for you. But anyway, what's so funny to me is a lot of people assume that my my relationship with self came because I was in prison. It's funny to me because I never actually went to prison. I don't knock nobody who got become enlightened with self through prison. Um, I actually chose to do this because I wasn't in a physical prison that you can see handcuffs on. I was in a mental prison. I was entertaining low vibrations of myself, that I wasn't enough, I wasn't worthy, and I had a lack-based mentality, always focusing on the problem, never the solution-based mentality. So that actually um, gave me the energy to fuel myself to understand how could I heal myself and reveal my true self to me. So I started this working relationship with my spirit, understanding where the spirit resides. And what helped me was, once again, I had a Glock 40 to my head, Glock 45, Glock 40 to my head. And as I'm thinking I'm not worthy, I heard a voice say, you ain't hungry? You don't want a sandwich? I'm like, whoa, like I am hungry. So hearing the Most High speak to me and ask me a question, that started my quest of me to break out of that mental prison I was in. So I wasn't in the physical penitentiary what we have right now, which is a $1 billion industry that have more melanated men incarcerated than slavery. I didn't go through that system. I was close to it, but I didn't actually quite go through that system. I ended up spending 6 months in drug rehab where I was blessed to actually be in a drug program with the people I actually was hurting, to understanding what happened, what made you get on crack, what made you get on heroin, what made you start sniffing, start huffing. All of them said I was going through pressure. It was too much for me, and I just wanted to relieve that, and I lost control of my willpower. Like, whoa. So you want to get away from this anxiety in your body and the way you're talking to yourself. I want to blow my brains out. Some people try to use drugs. And what I realized was, I didn't want to kill myself. I wanted to change the way I was feeling within myself. That was my quest. It wasn't prison. It wasn't my time being taken from me and I had no other options. I was a free person. I was a free man doing research and learning myself because I was so tired of being uncomfortable in my skin, having my mom concerned, well, would she get a phone call that I got murdered in the streets doing something dumb, or would she get a phone call saying that I actually killed myself? So by me healing and revealing what's going on with my mental trauma, that helped my mom relax. That helped her actually come to me and speak about her trauma. That helps my sister come to me about her trauma. It helps so many other people come to me with their trauma because in our community, we say, hey, a man this color, this melanin, this carbonated skin, don't be soft, don't be crying, don't show no emotions. And that's what's fucking us up, man. It's time for you to embrace the inner thug, which is that true heart on the guard, and release that stress, and release that trauma, release that, hmm, hmm, release that rejection. Because when I was going through my depression, I was rejecting myself. I was depressing. I was pressing down. I was suppressing. When you suppress your higher self, you will be depressed. Because the spirit was telling me to lead. The spirit was telling me to guide, but I was on the streets killing people. So when I became more acquainted with what happened inside of me, when that voice asked me, "Do you want a sandwich?" Okay. I said, "Yeah, I want a sandwich. I definitely do want a sandwich." So that was one lesson. The second time that the Most High was prominent in my life was I was in Coral Springs. on a Friday, and the Raiders came to my house on a Friday. They beating on the door. I'm thinking one of my homeboys playing, but it's not. I run to the door. It's them. I'm about to drop something on the stove. That's on. I go grab that, flush that up the toilet stool. They still couldn't break in yet. When they finally kicked my door in, they threw that flash bomb in. It was in slow motion like you see in the movies. It was black with gray writing. I seen the vibration. Then I seen the percussion from the vibration. I actually saw the flames. When you hear a loud sound, it's gonna kick in flight, fight, flight, or freeze. I found out I'm a fighter. So I ran to my room to arm myself. But before I could get there, I felt my feet get tapped by something and fall. It wasn't the police. They were too far behind me. The spirit touched my leg and made me fall within inches away from my pistol. I was running to arm myself because that sound was so loud I went to arm myself. So when that happened, I'm like, there's more signs that, hey, man, there's something guarding me. There's something protecting me. Let me figure out what this is. Let me get out of this, the devil's playground. Let me stop killing people spiritually. Let me start healing people spiritually. When I was in the streets being selfish, killing other people's families, I was killing people spiritually. That's worse than me coming up to you blowing your brains out. Then I got other people still out the house. I got you missing work. I got you doing things just to provide my worldly needs. So that's what propelled me into this spiritual journey. Uh, my mental health issues, me being in the streets, me causing other people issues. But one thing was I know it's so organic. Even though I was selling crack and I was selling coke and I was selling pills, I would still sit with my clients and ask them, what happened? What did you go through that was so traumatic that made you turn to something like this right here? Trauma, disappointment, divorce. I lost a job. My mom don't love me no more. And then when we start entertaining them thoughts, which is problem based, what's gonna happen? It's gonna draw more to it. So now I'm gonna go outside myself and get more. So I'm watching people go from a 9 to 5 person, shaving, well groomed, to now they missing work, staying, clothes wrinkled. I'm doing that for my pleasure. We had to stop doing that. I had to stop doing that. I was more suicidal. I was more depressed when I was in the streets, having more money, more chicks than I ever desired. Desire, that's a low vibration. That desire always going to change. It never could be quenched. I'm chasing something that was running from me because I was problem based. My problem was I need more money. My relationship with money was fucked up totally because I thought that's what it was. My mentality was they might well get it from me because they're going to get it from somebody else. That was my mentality. It was selfish. It was my base. The demonic spirit had kidnapped me. I got people giving me things. I got people blessing me with so many things. So now I'm once again propelling it in the demonic world. But what's meant for you, man, is meant for you. When my life came to a halt was when I got my son full time. All that shit in the streets, all that robbing, all that shit in the streets. I had to leave that alone because I had something here that needed me greater than I needed myself. That was my turning point. It wasn't prison. It was me being responsible for something greater than me, which was my seed that was coming here. I love all my kids dearly, but that last one that came, it was the pinnacle of my life because like I felt like I didn't have no reason to be here. So now by me becoming a full-time parent and me getting him at cuss at 6 months old, I didn't want him to feel what I was feeling. So I had to heal myself. So it didn't come from me being incarcerated and my time being dictated to me. No, that wasn't a situation. It was me tired of being in prison within myself. I realized I was keeping myself captive. The cage wasn't locked. I never pushed it. I was pulling it. I forgot that I wasn't pulling it. I was pushing it. The door of spirituality swings and you have to pull it. You can't push it because you push it. No, no, swing it. I had to look on the inside. I had to connect with those voices. I had to connect with what touched me, prevented me from ending this life and reincarnating somewhere different. So sit back and think about if you feel like you shouldn't be here and this happened, you should be here because you're here. Think about now what kept you here and what you're here to teach. what you're here to experience. Because in order for you to be a healer, you have to be able to say I healed myself. Because if a client come to me and they have trauma and I haven't healed myself, I'm not going to allow you to heal your trauma, because my trauma going to compound on yours, and now I'm going to take on what you got going on. We get nowhere. Radical self-love is putting down that old BS, putting down that old bullshit, putting down that old belief system, and connect with your new knowing system, to your ancestors. Yeah, it's going to take some time, but you got to come from that problem-based mentality into a solution-based mentality. You got to start pouring into yourself and start pointing about what somebody else has to do. That's what I'm here you for. Radical self-love, accepting yourself where you are right now, understanding that you are a vibration inside this spiritual body. Why do you think I rock all this? Though we're vibrations, I want to keep my energy free as possible. And now I'll make them myself. I know the importance of it because we are energy. This helps purify, this helps cleanse energy. We're not fighting nothing because everything is true love. If I'm fighting something, I'm putting energy on fighting. The law of attraction gonna kick in. Now I myself think I'm fighting. What am I fighting? Because I am in love. In love is unity. In love is purity. So if I'm in love, what am I fighting? What am I protecting myself from? Only thing I need to protect myself from is lower vibration thoughts, and I'm continuously focused on it. Because if I continuously to focus on it, that's what it's going to do. It's going to draw into my world. When they come into my world, I'm start going to feel it now. I'm going to start rejecting it. Now I cannot be present now. All these old thoughts that want to be looked at so I can transcend them, to allow them to a chance to become enlightened, to release that old energy and fly higher. I deny them. I turn against them. When we learn to address any uncomfortable feeling and follow it back to the source of it, then once we have enough courage to self-evaluate, we're like, oh shit, like I have a debilitating belief system. So let me change the belief system and let me lock into a knowing system. Let me lock into a higher frequency. Let me lock into a higher authority. Mm. Allow yourself the freedom to just breathe and just be. Connect with your breath. Connect with your higher self. Get out of that problem-based mentality. It's traumatizing. It's low vibration. Get in solution mentality. Get in the right nowness. If I'm consciously focused on my breathing, in my nose, out my nose, how could I possibly be anywhere else? Feel the way you want to feel right now, as if it already happened. If you keep feeling that and keep feeling that, and then you're seeing how you're feeling, your cells gonna replicate that. And your outside world gonna replicate that. Now you're actually working with the law of attraction, that invisible force, that invisible power that creates. The power of thought is so powerful once we realize it. So what you're attracting your world, you're doing it, but you don't realize you're thinking someone else is doing it. Each person that comes into my life, I look at them as a teacher. They're going to teach me something about myself. They become my guru. They shine light on me to show me what else on myself I need to dig up, what else in myself I need to examine, to release. If I think about something that doesn't have a good vibration in myself, I'm not going to keep thinking about it. I'm not going to keep investing energy in what's going on with that. Because when I do is, I'm continuously focused on something. So Lord family, hey, this is what he or she is focusing on. So let's give them more of that. No, give me more of the solution. So if I think about have a thought, and if it doesn't feel centered within my body, I'm not going to continue to think on that thought, because that's a proof showing me that my inner being, my spirit, my higher consciousness does not agree with, is not in unison with the unpure thought I'm having. If I have a thought that's unifying, that's pure and is virtuous, my body gonna feel joyful. It's gonna resonate so high, like I'm flying. I'm gonna feel light. Gauge what you're thinking by how your body is feeling. If you have a thought that's not harmonious, your body gonna let you know that. So if it's harmonious, your body gonna show you that. So get out your thinking and get into that body start feeling. Remember, The healing is in allowing your body to feel what it feels. Then go back to the cause of it. Once you find the cause of it, have the courage enough to look at it from a different perspective, to transcend that energy if it's not empowering to you, to yourselves, and to anybody else. Do not feed it. We have enough fear. We have enough anxiety. We have enough stress already in the atmosphere enough. Let's transcend that. Send it love. Let's send it joy. Let's send it abundance. Let's send it worthiness. Let's put out prosperity. And when we do that, that's what's gonna happen. It can't help but attract back to you. Be your part on this spiritual team and be responsible for the energy that you are emitting. What you're drawing into your world not only affects you, but everybody that loves you, everybody that comes around you. So be responsible for your energy. Become that energy investor that invests in high vibration energy. Just think about it. If each thought was a currency, which was finances, how would you invest your thoughts to make sure that you get a return on your money, on your investment? If our thoughts were money, how would I invest it? Because I would want something back, right? So if I'm investing in mundane conversations, if I'm investing in stuff based on trauma, if I'm based on past situations that's not right now, what am I going to get back? Memories? We need some solution based that's gonna help us push through this mental slavery that we're in, this mental prison that we're in. Only way a slave can be freed is to identify you a slave. If your thoughts, if your life is not producing exactly what you want, check your thinking, check your environment, check your emotions, check your spiritual wealth, check your social wealth, check what you're doing, check what you're putting in the universe. Okay, what you're putting in the universe is gonna be returned to you. If you don't like it, change your thoughts. You don't like how it feels, change your thoughts. You don't like how you're thinking? Breathe and change your thinking. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's possible because I'm doing it. If I can do it, you can do it. Only thing makes you different than me is that I'm thinking. I'm solution based. What are you? I don't mind feeling. How about you? I want to heal mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotion. How about you? If you're saying, yeah, we're definitely the same. Oh, man. Namaste. I love you internally to your essence of what you are. Hmm. I love being me so you can be you. I'm gonna allow you the freedom just to be because I want to be allowed the freedom just to be. So now you have the freedom to be. The question is, what will you be? Will you be that higher vibration thought that's joyful and loveful? Or will you be that low vibration thought that's angry, that's resentful, that think everybody owe you something, that's playing that victim? Are you the victim or are you the victor? Are you the villain or are you the hero? Love yourself unconditionally, man. Feel that unity within. Feel that purity within. And allow that virtuous you just to shine and show. Namaste Thug, man. True heart under God. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave your comments down low. You want me to address something? You can leave it down low. You can email me, namastethug@gmail.com. I love you truthfully. Let me give you a virtual hug. Remember, your wellness is your breath. Namaste, thug. True heart under God. Like, subscribe, share. Peace. Mhm.